Have you ever stuck your tongue out and looked in the mirror? Depending on how you feel, what you've eaten and how active you've been, you'll occasionally see something different going on. Perhaps the thick white coating on your tongue has turned yellow, or maybe your tongue seems larger than usual, or perhaps the tip of your tongue has gone a bright red. All these details, though seemingly small, indicate something about your internal physiology. For over 2,000 years, the tongue's appearance has been the foremost diagnostic tool, used across Asia to guide healers in their healing efforts. Much can be gleaned by the shape, colour and texture of this amazing muscle. So rich with information is the tongue that I found it challenging to learn about when training in traditional Chinese medicine. There are just so many types of tongue condition, colour, shape, movement, and often combinations of all of these things. It totally wore me out. That, plus there are only so many tongues you can look at before starting to feel a bit tongued out. Then of course there was my tongue. When I examined that, what do you think I saw? A perfectly healthy specimen? No, of course not. Students are some of the most stressed out people on the planet, and such stress could be amply seen in my tongue. So if you've ever looked at your tongue in the mirror and seen these little ripples or dents along the side of it, you've got what they call a tooth-marked tongue, something I once had. Now I'm going to tell you what this means for your health and how you can get your tongue and body back into optimum shape. When the body retains fluid, the tongue fills up like a sponge, becoming bigger and softer. Eventually, the fluid-filled tongue pushes against the teeth, which form those lovely impressions. But why should your body be retaining fluid? Good question. There can be lots of different causes as to why fluid is present in the system. But in most cases, either the kidneys are not processing fluids fast enough, or the cell's ability to regulate fluid balance has been disrupted. Fluid then drifts out of its normal circulation, and instead of supporting, then exiting the body, is now just floating around, in your tongue, round your belly, and other places too. The most common reason for this is a diet too high in sodium or overly rich in fatty or sweet foods, both of which can disrupt fluid metabolism. Regulating diet should help in these areas, but in addition to that, there are many things that you can do to help fix this and prevent it from happening again. Looking at this condition through the lens of traditional Chinese medicine, a number of options for treating fluid retention become available to us. This tradition holds that in addition to treating the kidney energy of the body, it is also important to nourish the spleen. And while this view is not shared by Western medicine, it should be noted that there are several acupuncture points on the body's spleen channel which have been linked to the reduction of fluid retention, the foremost of these being the point San Yin Jiao, where the powerful spleen, kidney and liver channels all converge. If you can get an acupuncturist to needle this point, results will be fast. I once saw a man lose 4 kilos of retained fluid in 1 week after only 2 acupuncture treatments. You can also apply acupressure to your own San Yin Jiao point by locating it above the inside ankle in the dip evident when tracing your finger upwards. Hold this point firmly and feel a deep ache. After that, apply an upward massaging motion, which will stimulate both the spleen and kidney channels, as the most powerful points of these channels rest around the ankle. You can also eat foods known to support kidney and spleen energy function. Eat foods that are known in traditional Chinese medicine to be warm in nature. Ginger is a great example. In moderate amounts, it supports kidney function with its strong antioxidant properties, but also through the energetic and warming actions attributed to it through ancient Chinese herbal medicine. I've noticed meditation helps me greatly in terms of improving my circulation and regulating my fluid metabolism. If my body's been stressed by doing too much or eating the wrong kind of food, I will see tooth marks beginning to form in my tongue, and the tongue will become significantly dimmer. After meditation, I often notice my tongue is a lot brighter and those tooth marks have disappeared. Perhaps a deeply relaxed mind and muscles opens the lymphatic system, which draws excess fluid back into the circulatory pathways. Why not try this little experiment for yourself? Check your tongue, then do a 20-minute meditation, and after that, check your tongue again. You might find there's a difference between the two states. And lastly, get that cardio output up. Just 30 minutes of medium to high intensity cardio will regulate fluid metabolism and improve your circulation. So, cut back on sugar, salt, flour and fat. Stimulate the San Yin Jiao point. Add more ginger to your diet, plus meditation and exercise to get a tongue like this, looking more like this. All tongued out yet? For something completely different, watch this video here. No tongue, I promise.